I'm sure. Not now, Lloyd. Since you found the treehouse, the rule is I take you in. Later, Lloyd. Get ready, and I'll show you the neatest stuff to do around here. And there's someone else you've got to meet. He's the resident genius and scientific advisor. Hey, Lloyd, now it's showtime.
It's about time! Are you ready for a real adventure? Let's get going! Ah, there you are! I'm Lloyd the Lightning Bug, and I'm just about everywhere! If you need some help from time to time, click on me! Perhaps I can shed some light on the situation, always at your service!
You're very bright, aren't you?
Oh, about 120 watts!
I was just thinking about something fun to do, and you showed up.
When you click on special places, like the treasure map or the piano, you will discover new games and places to visit.
Watch out! Incoming!
A simple mouse click may lead you to discover interesting and fascinating objects in the treehouse. You may even unearth a secret or two.
Stand back! It's Lloyd and his fabulous experiments.
Welcome to Professor Lloyd's round-the-clock science factory. I'll be happy to show you my latest experiment. This experiment shows the real power of soap. You will need an index card, dish soap, and water in a sink or bathtub. Using your index card, cut out a flat boat with a slit in the back for the engine. Lay the boat in a sink or tub filled with some water. Add a couple of drops of dish soap in the slot and watch your boat go. Great Scott! This demonstrates that the soap breaks the surface tension of the water, which propels the boat. You can make your own lemon soda with this recipe. You'll need lemon juice, sugar, baking soda, and a glass of water. Add the lemon juice to the glass of water. Add sugar to taste, then add about the same amount of baking soda. Woohoo! Lemon soda! This proves my theory. The reaction of a base, baking soda, and an acid, lemon juice, produces carbon dioxide gas, the bubbles in the soda. Ever want to foam at the mouth? This experiment will show you how. You will need a toothbrush, toothpaste, and a glass of carbonated water. Brush your teeth with the toothpaste, but instead of rinsing with water, rinse with the carbonated water. You'll be foaming at the mouth. What did I tell you? As your saliva and toothpaste mix with the carbonated water, it dissolves and pushes the carbon dioxide, the bubbles from the carbonated water, out. This causes a lot of bubbles to form. Try this experiment to make your own amplifier. You'll need a wire hanger and 2 pieces of string. Take the hanger, hang it upside down, and tie the pieces of string to the bar facing up. Let the hanger dangle and press the ends of the string to your ears. Knock the hanger against something hard and... This demonstrates that sound vibrations caused by hitting the hanger against something hard travel from the hanger to the string and along the string to your ears. Scare the pepper. You will need a bowl of water, ground black pepper, and dish soap. Take the bowl of water and wait until the surface is still. Sprinkle some pepper on the water. Wet the tip of your finger and put a drop of dishwashing soap on it. Dip your finger in the water near the edge of the plate and watch that pepper vamoose. This demonstrates how water tension is weakened by the soap, which causes a slight oily film that pushes the pepper away. Now this is important. You will need water, dish soap, sugar or gelatin, and a jar. You can make your own super bubble mix by using the following recipe. Put 3 to 4 tablespoons of dish soap into 4 cups of hot water. Now please ask an adult to help you. Add gelatin or sugar to make stronger bubbles. Use a straw or bend a hanger into a loop to make a bubble maker. See how big your super bubbles can get. This experiment shows the real power of soap.
Lloyd's a master at this.
Yo, bloke!
Cool, you found it.
The cheetah is the fastest animal on Earth. It can run up to 60 miles per hour on flat ground over short distances. The cheetah is the Amazingly, the fastest flying birds in level flight are ducks and geese. Where do they have to go so quickly? The ostrich is the fastest bird on land. It has been known to run up to 40 miles per hour, but with all that speed, it still can't fly. The giant fan palm produces the largest seeds in the world. A single seed can weigh as much as 44 pounds. Did you know that most of the Earth is covered by water? 70% to be exact. A termite queen lays over 30,000 eggs a day, or 500 million eggs over her entire life. That's almost half the population of China. Although they feed mostly on ants and other insects, the Venus flytrap has been known to eat creatures as large as a small frog. The anaconda boa is one of the largest snakes in the world. It has been known to swallow an entire pig or deer. The desert camel can survive without water for almost a week and can actually smell water from miles away. The Indian tailor bird makes its nest by sewing 2 leaves together with thin vegetable fibers. Cicadas are large winged insects that can sing very loud. Some live in the ground and only come out every 17 years. There is a cucumber in the Mediterranean that actually spits seeds. It has been known to spit seeds up to 40 feet. Some snakes have been known to have 2 heads and even 2 tails. The cheetah is the fastest animal.
Let's go on a safari. The wonderful world of animals.
Here I am! Welcome to the animal backyard! If you want to learn about an animal, click on the animal categories on the left. Then select an animal from the bottom bar. Arachnids. Most jumping spiders have bright colors. They can also change the color of their eyes. Ticks attach themselves to deer, dogs, and other animals. Then they feed on their blood. Insects. Ants sometimes keep aphids like pets. Indeed, they tickle them to get sweet aphid juice. Aphids harm plants. They suck up the juices and spread diseases. Oh, this is more serious than I thought. Stiff hairs on the legs of bumblebees collect pollen as the bees fly from flower to flower. With huge eyes, the dragonfly can see an object moving 40 yards away. Fleas can jump over 130 times their own height. If my calculations are correct, that's like leaping a 65-story building for humans. Wow! The biggest giant water bugs may grow to 5 inches, and they can eat small birds. The grasshopper has 100 more muscles than you do. Do you know what that means? That's why it can jump so high. Honeybees do a waggle dance to tell each other where to find flowers. A fly can walk up a wall or across a ceiling. It has little suction pads on its feet. In the winter, thousands of ladybugs hibernate together under rocks or on branches. Monarch butterflies eat milkweed. By the way, it makes them taste bad to birds. A praying mantis sits still with its front legs folded like praying hands, waiting to catch an insect. Stag beetles have big jaws shaped like a stag's antlers, which is how they got their name. Some animals are more active at night than during the day. Animals that are active at night are nocturnal and have extra sensitive eyes or ears to help them find food in the dark. Animals that are active during the day are diurnal. Stink bugs make strong odors to scare away enemies. Water striders hear with their legs and send messages by beating their feet on the water. Whirligig beetles' eyes have two parts, so they can see enemies above the water and food below. Reptiles! Box turtles can live a long time. By the way, they can live to be 80 years old. Coral snakes can make themselves really flat to hide in tight places like in between rocks. The fence lizard got its nickname Bluebelly from its shiny blue throat and belly. If a garter snake gets captured, it will defend itself by releasing a bad odor. Oh no. King snakes eat other snakes, even poisonous rattlesnakes whose venom doesn't hurt them. Wow! Now remember, rattlesnakes have rattles on the end of their tails made of loose scales. They shake the rattles to make a loud buzzing sound, which warns off enemies. A red letter fact. Skinks use their tongues to sense their surroundings by picking up chemicals in the air. There's an old saying that once a snapping turtle bites something, it won't let go until it thunders. That could be a long time to wait with a turtle biting you. Indeed. Fish. The goldfish is a cousin of the carp and belongs to the same family as the minnow. Sturgeons are big fish that look like sharks and don't have any scales except on the sides of their bodies. The lamprey's mouth is lined with many yellowish teeth. It even has teeth on its tongue. The tongue is used to drill a hole in its prey and suck their blood. Please note, the pike's mouth looks like the bill of a duck and has scissor-sharp teeth. The male sunfish always guards the eggs after they are laid. He's so protective of the eggs that he'll drive away anyone who approaches, even the mother. Some trout have been known to fall from the sky. This is caused by a tornado passing over water and sucking up the fish. Sometimes they are carried high enough that they come down embedded in ice. Birds. Bald eagles are the national emblem of the United States and have special protection from hunters. Before eating an ant, A blue jay rubs the ant over its body. Ant juice is good for its feathers. Cardinals are covered in bright red feathers with a few black feathers around their neck, almost like a baby's bib. Crows speak different languages depending on where they live. By the way, some speak more than one. Cuckoos are different from other birds in that they lay their eggs in the nests of other birds. The other birds are not even cuckoo birds. Hummingbirds can fly backwards and sideways. They can also hover in mid-flight. Magpies are famous as bird thieves. They like to steal coins, jewelry, and other bright and shiny objects and then hide and bury them. Mallards like to paddle around lakes and ponds and turn upside down to feed on tiny plants and animals that live in the mud at the bottom of lakes. A mourning dove will pretend its wing is broken to lure an enemy away from its nest. Red-tailed hawks can catch another bird in midair by swooping down on it and grabbing it with its claws. When baby roadrunners are fed, their mothers spit water into their mouths to give them a drink. Adult robins can eat 14 feet of earthworms in just one day! Wow! Seagulls make a loud cry while feeding with other birds. They do this to try and distract the other birds so they can get to the food first. Swans have been known to fly as high as 30,000 feet. A swan once flew so high that it was hit by an airplane. Remarkable! Turkey vultures help keep the earth clean and safe by eating dead animals. A woodpecker can push out its tongue 2 inches to get at insects buried deep inside a tree. Mammals. Beavers eat bark and sapwood. They must eat constantly or their teeth will grow too long. Black bears don't always have black fur. Sometimes it's chocolate or cinnamon brown. That's an interesting fact. Chipmunks get their name from the sound they make, a high-pitched chip 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 sound. Sometimes when a cottontail rabbit gets angry, it growls and stamps its feet. Normally it's quiet. Dogs don't have sweat glands like humans. They pant to cool their bodies. If my calculations are correct, human parents spend more time raising their children than any other animal. If another animal tries to eat a porcupine, it will get a sharp surprise. Porcupines are covered in stiff hairs called quills that are as sharp as needles. A squirrel knows a good nut from a rotten or damaged nut without even taking a bite. Eats animals. Has fur or hair. Has 8. Has 2 legs. Has wings. Breathes with gills. Breathes with book lungs and tubes. No backbone. Bats use their ears like radar. They see by bouncing high-pitched sounds off nearby objects. The bobcat can be really mean. When cornered, it has been known to spit, scream, and hiss at its enemies. A cat uses its whiskers and eyebrows like radar to help see. A male deer's antlers are made of the same stuff as your fingernails. It's called keratin. They are shed and replaced every year. Flying squirrels actually only glide. A flap of loose skin between the front and back legs keep them up. A mole can smell the slime trail left by an earthworm. By the way, worms are a mole's favorite food. Sometimes when it's frightened, a mouse drums with its front paws on hollow logs or leaves. When an opossum can't run or hide, it falls over, lies limp, and plays dead. In fact, you can't tell if it's breathing. Raccoons open gates and garbage cans with nimble paws. They eat almost anything except onions. Rats have very strong teeth. They can even chew through cement, though it takes a while. Red foxes dig burrows in the ground called dens where they have their babies. Like dogs, they give birth to more than one baby at a time, usually from 3 to 8 baby cubs. A skunk can only spray you if its tail is facing you. The spray can shoot up to 10 feet away. Birds. Barn owls have a spooky reputation. When they fly at night, their white feathers make them shine like ghosts in the air, and they have shrill, eerie-sounding calls that sound like a scream. The great horned owl has eyes so large they can't move in the eye sockets. It must turn its whole head to see. Kestrels like to perch on telephone poles or wires to keep a lookout for food. Fish. Sometimes it takes as long as 3 years for baby eels to swim to their new freshwater homes. They grow up during the long journey. Teenage eels are called elvers. Unlike most fish, catfish can stay alive out of water for several hours. Amphibians! The bullfrog, which can grow up to 8 inches long, is the largest frog in the U.S. Adult bullfrogs eat anything they can get, including salamanders, toads, frogs, small turtles, snakes, mice, birds, crayfish, and of course, insects. Leopard frogs have strong legs. That makes them a favorite for frog jumping contests. If an enemy grabs a mud puppy's tail, it may break off and wiggle about on its own. This confuses the enemy into thinking the tail is alive, so the mud puppy can get away. Wow! Baby tiger salamanders can grow a new leg or tail if they lose one. Great Scott! This is heavy duty. A single toad can eat more than 200 insects in just one night. Tree frogs use sticky pads on their toes to cling to twigs and leaves when they climb trees. Insects. Bed bugs can have skimpy appetites when they really need to. They can live up to a year without any food. A cockroach looks a little like a human when it runs fast. It zips by on only 2 of its 6 legs. Crickets rub their wing covers together to make a sound. Fascinating devices, those wings. If you put 40 fireflies in a jar in a dark room, you would have enough light to read a book. That's an enlightening fact. After lacewing larvae eat aphids, they stick the empty skins onto spines on their backs. Mosquitoes won't bother you in cool weather. They can't fly when it gets below 60 degrees. This proves my theory. Female moths attract males by producing a special perfume. A male can smell it a mile away. Workers feed the queen termite. Her only job is to lay an egg a minute for up to 20 years. Great Scott! Arachnids. By the way, most black widow spiders have red marks on their underside that often look like an hourglass. A red letter fact. Daddy longlegs are also called harvest men, since they often move over the grass at harvest time. Each night, the garden spider eats its old web and spins a new one, using only its sense of touch. Scorpions will not use their stingers against humans unless they are frightened. By the way, the biggest danger to humans is if a scorpion gets in a shoe or clothes by accident. See you around!